So the Lacari situation, this streamer that accidentally leaked his notepad that contained a bunch of links to quite inappropriate illegal content, has actually gotten worse as he has put out yet another statement on Twitter, and once again essentially not making it any better for himself, as well as a few clips from his ex-girlfriend Quqco that have come out from a recent stream where she basically elaborates that in the community it was always widely joked about him liking lollipop type of content.
When I first started dating, people were always joking, oh, he likes, stuff. And
now, before we dive too deep into that clip, I want to talk about Lacari's second new statement, which is a response to his first statement that he dropped a few days ago. He says, I want to clear up two things while I'm getting my crap together. I'm only into 2D anime, content. I don't watch, seek out, or download real world 3D blank, and I do not engage with or support anything involving minors in any form. After the stream, the files and links that showed up were looked into. There is no illegal material in them. The problem was how bad some of the titles looked and the fact I didn't shut things down fast enough on stream. This is on me. I handled everything poorly. I get why people are troubled, and I should have taken it more seriously in the moment. I'm owning up to that, and I wanted these facts to be clear. Thanks for allowing me this time so I can focus on fixing myself. And this statement is again just really funny because in his first statement back on January 23rd, he basically said that he was going to be going into a blank addiction recovery program that's going to be 30 days. And he said this on the 23rd, and then he put out this new statement on the 28th. So I mean, are they letting you play on your phone and still think about this traumatic event in that time? And also the part about after the stream, the files and links that showed up were looked into is pretty funny. It reminds me of like a big company and they're like, oh, we looked into it and we found no wrongdoing. It's like, who's we, right? Did you like call a buddy over like, hey bro, you mind checking my hard drive real quick, going through these files? I'm too terrified to click on them, just make sure you avoid the 3 terabytes of the anime stuff. Just check out these nasty files that basically ruined my career, right? And he also claims that after looking into these files, there was no illegal material in them. But in his statement on the 23rd, he did say that the link gave access to abusive material for anyone to see. That is serious and harmful. I recognize that trivializing abuse material on stream is not okay and can lead to real harm. So it's like, which one is it? If your first statement was like completely false and you didn't end up sharing that content, maybe you should delete it instead of putting a clarification that completely goes against what your first statement said. Now in this clip right here, Quqco, Lacari's ex, basically talks about how when they first started dating, people in the community would joke about how he was into this lollipop type stuff. And there's also a clip that went around of him doing a lie detector test where they asked him if he was into lollipop stuff, and he said yes.
I wish I caught it and reported it or any of that. Like, I genuinely didn't know. Like, I've said it before. When I first started dating, people were always joking, oh, he likes, stuff. And the thing about streamers is they all have fucking jokes, right? They all have stupid, edgy humor jokes. And the thing about jokes is, like, they're supposed to just be jokes. They're supposed to just be edgy, stupid jokes. How was I supposed to know that was not an edgy, stupid joke? Do you like lollies?
Yes.
Oh no!
But not like that.
What does that even mean? I mean, his shit spiked, but I think it's just Flag!
Not like that!
You're playing fucking Snake over there. What are you doing?
Now, kind of like in my first video talking about Lacari, it's weird how he says not like that, because basically the entire internet at this point knows that when you're referring to lollipop, you're usually referring to the ones that are, smaller and not 18, under that. If he's talking about girls who just happen to be like petite or have like a small frame, or maybe they're short, then he could have said that, right? He could have said, no, I don't like lollipops. I just kind of like girls who are short. Either way, in this same stream, Quqco basically elaborates that she used to stream in the morning, Lacari used to stream at night. So basically they barely ever interacted with each other, which affected their relationship. And of course, this basically made it so it was kind of impossible for her to check into what he was engaging in, what he was watching, what he was doing. specifically, of course, related to his adult content folders.
I am just gonna be real fucking honest. Lacari and I had a very difficult relationship in the sense that he ignored me quite often and was busy all the time, and our schedule was flipped. I think anybody who saw us while we were dating, he would stream at night, I would stream the day, and our schedule was flipped. There's no way I could have known. We literally, our interactions, our lifestyles were literally flipped. I'm asleep when he's awake when I'm asleep. Like, that's... How would I know? Do you go on to people's fucking PCs and just, like, scan for that shit? Like, who the fuck? The most I ever did, which is more than what most girls would do, is like, hey, I just want to see what's in your porn folder.
Which she did end up doing actually on a stream, by the way. And there's a backup of it called Quqco Goes Through Lacari's DGen Folders. I'm going to have that link below if you want to check it out. Now, one thing specifically about this specific stream that's kind of funny is Quqco in it has a very small voice. Like, I don't know if she's trying to purposely, like, sound young, right? She's doing that, like, baby voice.
Hi.
Yo, what up? So you want to tell Chad about our bonding moment yesterday?
Is it okay?
Yeah, sure, you can tell
I'll
them.
do anything for her.
You're not gonna hold back on what I'm gonna say, right?
How much are you going to tell them?
Found you.
I asked Lacari how much of a degen he truly is.
I can lose.
Because I don't think he's actually that degenerate. And he was like, no, I'm definitely a degen. And I was like, okay, prove it. Show me the folder. And he spent like
All right.
20 minutes compiling, and it turns out he's got like 10 different folders, because what happens is after a certain while he abandons a folder and starts a new one. So he has pictures from like 6 years ago that he doesn't even remember he has. And so
I'll deal with
we
this.
spent like an hour or two going through
Prove your worth.
6 years
Oh, ha!
of pictures. We did end up watching hentai together though, so that was kind of cool. And then we critiqued which parts was our favorite.
It's very strange, and it kind of makes me question, did Lacari hear that voice? You know, he started trembling in his boots. He had to get on that. Who knows, right? Personally, when I hear a baby voice, it kind of like freaks me out. I'm like, what the hell? This is a grown-ass woman. Why is she talking like a kid? But hey, everyone has their cup of tea. Of course, until the folders and stuff start leaking, that makes it seem like maybe it's more than just a weird interest. And another part that kind of concerns me, I mean, it's not really my concern because it's not my relationship, but I'm noticing a trend where a lot of these big creators, like, don't have time for the partners that they're choosing to be with. Like, you have a whole 3 terabyte goon folder, but you also have a hot OnlyFans girlfriend. Like, I'm not saying like she's always gonna want to get down and dirty with you, but like she clearly wants to spend time with you. She enjoys spending time with you, but you're too busy streaming and gooning to your 6 folders worth of, you know, anime content. To me, I just don't understand it. You got drawings and you got a real life hot chick, right? And dude is clearly choosing one over the other. Now, she also ended up going in on some of her past drama and talking about how Lacari knew that when she was younger, you know, a family member took advantage of her, and linking that to what he's viewing, of course, based on the leaks of the notepad, it is questionable. It truly is. It does make you think like, wow, was me telling him this, again, something that made him a little more interested, that, you know, combine that with the baby voice, combine that with all these other interesting things, combine that with his interest of lollipop artwork.
I think I mentioned it before, like previously. I had a really very traumatic past with like sexual assault. Imagine telling your ex that you got dipped as a kid by a family member, and then finding out on the World Wide Web that's the sick shit he jerked to. And now you question every interaction with him, thinking, is he getting off to the ideal? Like had some really bad like triggers yesterday.
Now, to wrap the video up, Lacari's other ex by the name of Tupi said that Lacari was only going to be banned from Twitch for 7 days.
I know Lacari is banned off of Twitch and Kick. I'm very aware of that. I know his Kick ban is permanent, and his Twitch ban is, I believe, temporary, 7 days.
Which doesn't seem to be the case because this is still the message on his channel. This channel is temporarily unavailable due to a violation of Twitch's community guidelines or terms of service. And he also got permanently banned from Kick, which is kind of nuts because like Kick is where all the people who are like not safe enough for Twitch go after they get like banned from Twitch or whatnot, right? But that's where I'm going to wrap the video up, guys. I appreciate you watching. As always, let me know what you think down below about Lacari's new statement, as well as Quqco's experience with him and his goon folder and whatnot. It's just, there's a lot going on. It's a lot of drama. We're going into February, so let's see what happens this time, guys. See ya.